Nigeria is losing a lot by not respecting and partnering and making things easy for entrepreneurs. Because a lot of the people in politics and in governance, they are not entrepreneurs. They are career politicians. Government is completely complicit in this thing. Government is not helping at all. I can tell you for free. Government is not helping. Government is frustrating business. Landmark guy, when he came to the TV station that day and he was talking, I listened to him. I know him. Listen. He said, the funniest thing is, that day that they brought the letter, he has gotten 3 calls that day before the letter came. 1 call was an award that they are the #1 real estate, whatever developer clinical in the whole of Africa. So they are giving him an award. 2 calls were from presidents of 2 countries. They give him to come to their country and come and do the same landmark, that they will give him land, they will give him everything, just come and do this in our country. Then the afternoon of that day, your own government wanted to demolish.
Oh, Jesus.
He said it was a sweet and sour day for him. In Rwanda now, once you are going to be building up to 500 housing units. Listen to what I'm saying. The land is free. Government will begin to want to give you land for free. Government will do the water, the road, the lights, the drainage to that location. We have been there. We saw the houses. We saw everything. I have all the documents. Listen, that is not the only thing they will do. The house you are going to build, all the things you will need, cement, iron rod, everything, they will ensure that the price does not change until you complete your building.
Hello everyone, welcome to Ask the Guru, your tough question on real estate edition. This is the 3rd part of this series and we are excited. I want to believe that you've been following the series all this while. If you've not, please check our YouTube at CSTV Global so you can watch the past 2 series that we've done. Also check our Instagram at CSTV Global or at Madiba Global to keep updated on our content and also on anything that we have popping for you. My name is Precious Ochiagha and I have with me once again for the 3rd time in a row, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, the common sense guru. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us again.
Yeah, nice to be here. I'm also enjoying the questions. I think a lot of people are,
yes,
the feedback has been good.
We are really honored to have you here once again, sir. The feedback has been good. We have been seeing more questions pop up. People want to hear you, and it's really nice to see that you have been giving us so much common sense on this space. So thank you very much, sir. So our question today is on the land tenure insecurities. How do you navigate the complexity of land tenure system in Nigeria, including issues related to unclear land titles and the risk of disputes?
Normally there's what we call freehold and then leasehold. Okay. In Nigeria, if your land is gotten through the indigenous route, that means you bought your land from a family, and you have an agreement with the family, you got a receipt from the family, and you did your deed of assignment, and then you register the deed, and then you do your survey, then your land is freehold. That means it's forever. Okay. But the very minute you now say you are going to do C of O, once you enter C of O, your land enters into what we call leasehold. That means it is now 99 years. Okay. So that means your land has been reduced in tenure because you went to get a document from government. And I think in one of the episodes I told you that in Nigeria today the land is a government. Is the overriding public interest. So that's that. Then so if you are now buying a land from someone that has CFO, you have to find out the tenure on the CFO. So if, for instance, I got a CFO 50 years ago, and I want to sell the land to you now, that means you have 49 years left on that land. Oh. Yeah, because I have used 50, and I'm selling to you now. You use for so some people will buy land with CFO. They will not check that CFO has been existing for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Wow. They will now think that their own starts 99 years. No, you are not starting 99 because you are finishing what is existing. Okay. Yeah. So that's about the issue of tenure and all. Then again, there are some properties that are on leased land. So sometimes people don't own a land. So you have what we call developers. So a developer can come to a family now and say, you know what, give me this your land, let me build on it. When I build on it, I will collect the rent for 20 years or 25 years. After that, you people will now be the owner of the house. Or give me land, let me build on it. And we'll be sharing the return forever. Okay. Or I want to lease your land for 50 years. I'll pay you. So he leases the land for 50 years, he pays them. Then on that land, he now builds houses and sells the house to people. But don't forget that he's not the owner of the land. So 50 years later, he don't collect money, he don't work out. The owner of the land now come and say, we want to demolish. Or we need our land back. Carry your house. So in whatever you are doing, get professionals. And do your due diligence in documentation. That's 50,000, 200,000, 500,000 you are going to spend in checking, getting lawyer, and getting all those stuff. We save you 50 million that you are going to lose if they demolish your house.
Wow. So I'm still shocked from the whenever you buy a land, you continue the sale.
Oh, yeah.
So that means if the person selling the land has been with the land for 80 years, it doesn't matter. You have just, you have just 19 years.
19 years left, yeah.
Wow.
So you need to now go back to the government and begin to see how you can ratify, do governor's consent,
Okay, so as a business owner, let's say I'm a real estate entrepreneur, and obviously, you, like you said, you acquired your first 50 acres 2001. So imagine I get my lands now, this 2024, and in the next 40 years, 2044, I've not sold some piece of those lands. The C of O has started. Or you get the documentation as you get the land. So if somebody is coming to buy my property now, how do we rectify that so that the person does not have just...
There's no rectification. You have what you have. So you just have to be aware. So that you can
tell the person that what you have...
No, it's there on the document now. Like our own estate now, we got the C of O in 2007, this 2024.
Wow. So everybody buying is aware that this is how long...
Yeah, it's there.
Read your documents,
everything
please.
Everything is on the document there. There's no secrets. It's there. If you don't read it, so that's the way. That's the law. That's the way it works. Oh. You can't get two C of O on one land.
Wow. But once it's exhausted, can you get a new one? No.
Oh, sure you can. Okay. Depending on the government. Okay, I'll give you an example. Ikoyi has been existing.
Yeah.
So what happened is many of the people that bought land in Ikoyi 100 years ago, they have died. And their children are big boys, thinking they have land.
They have land, not knowing that.
Some people sat down at the government office waiting for the 99 years. But they are not thinking of that because they are in America, London, they are just doing big. So once 99 years expire, they just send them letter to say...
So this even cuts across even real estate, entrepreneurs. So even as a person, if I'm living in my father's house now,
you should be checking
all these things.
So that a year before the 99 years, you go and find out what do I need to do. Because somebody else is sitting down somewhere waiting for the 99 years to take over your property. They will just sell it among themselves and say there's a new owner.
I think people need to please always read your documents. Please just always read your documents, because we Nigerians, we like to just sign. We don't read. So we know things like this. The next question says that, the next question is on informal housing settlement. So it says, how do you deal with the presence of informal settlements, often lacking legal recognition and basic services, and their impact on the urban development and property values?
Okay, so normally there's what we call town and regional planning. And every government, state, local, those agencies are already part of the government. It's town and regional planning department or urban renewal unit or department, whatever name they want to call it. These people have the master plan of the entire area. Right there on the shelf, all those books you see there, that's the master plan of Lagos. So the master plan of Lagos from 2023 to 2053 is one of those manuals on that. So the master plan is there. Now, for those master plan, we now have the master plan of different regions. Badagry master plan, Ikorodu master plan, Agege master plan, Alimosho master plan, Lagos Island. So all the master plan are there. But people that are in real estate may not even be aware of what I'm telling you now. So some people don't have the master plan. They don't even know that it exists. So once there is a master plan, whenever you want to buy a land, build or do anything, you have to go and find out whether that land is free from government acquisition and free for you to develop the kind of things you want to develop there. So, for instance, there are some part of the state that is earmarked for farming and forestry.
Okay.
Which is what is happening in Ep3 now. All these Ep3 people are going to, there is a lot of fraud going on there. Many people, they will still demolish their houses in 20 years' time. Because Ep3 is primarily the food basket of Lagos. Ep3 was designated for farming, forestry, and now, because of the airport and the Dangote refinery, everybody is going to Ep3. So most of the land in Ep3 is farming and forestry. And people are buying, they are doing estate there. So at the end of the day, they are doing it hoping that government will change their mind, or will go and ratify, or will do conversion. And people keep lying to each other on all these things. So what you need to do is to do that due diligence. Now, talking about these chances and all those stuff, most of the time, a lot of these lands that government have reserved for different reasons are left unattended to. But because we are in a poor environment, there is no social welfare. And people are trooping into Lagos every week, trooping to Lagos every month. People are migrating from different parts of the world into Nigeria. You realize that people need a place to stay because houses are expensive. Minimum wage is small. So the expenses are increasing, income is not increasing. So people are looking for people live under the bridge. Recently, we had a session where they had to go and remove people from under the bridge in Nikoyi. And they said they were paying 250,000 per annum for under bridge.
For under bridge?
Yes. Houses, over 80 of them. And that the police are aware, but now nobody is those people that are suffering now. The people collecting the money are nowhere to be found. So at the end of the day, those are part of the problem. So by the time you are coming to say you want to demolish house, who gave the approval? Have you gone to arrest that person? Some of these people have government approval with government signature. So have they arrested the governor for signing and for have they arrested the directors? So that's why it causes, people begin to wonder, okay, why are you punishing the people that bought the house?
Yeah, not the people
they are
that
wrong.
sold. Yeah.
They have made a mistake. What of the people that made mistake in government? Even if they have retired, go and bring them back and jail them. There is somebody that signed that document, that signed those approvals. So because of that, so all these chances, I believe that, of course, they will have to be demolished because they will deface the area, they will devalue the area. And people are not supposed to be living in those kind of conditions because of the poverty of this environment. Because in different parts of the world, we have different levels of housing. Yeah. And government supports people to own houses. So if you are a Nigerian, bona fide Nigerian, you should be able to have access to a kind of house that you can pay for over a period of time through mortgage. But all those things are still, they are still in its infancy.
We are getting there. We are not there yet.
Yeah.
So,
when your minimum wage is 35,000, is it that
33,000.
33,000. So even if you are earning 500,000,
that's not increased.
Husband with 2 children with 500,000, what can we do? So it's really.
It's so you've mentioned some documents. So it's like the more we talk about these questions, there are more documents. So now I'm hearing there are lands that are designated for certain things. So I think that should also be covered in, the documents that you are checking for before you get a land.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Go and check whether the land is free.
Okay.
So part of what they will give you, in that one I talk about one time, 20,000 naira.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of what they will give you. They will put it there free. They will put it there free from acquisition, free from encumbrance, or free from, So some of them, they will tell you it is not free, but it's ratifiable. That means it's not free, it's government land. Yeah. But you can come and meet government that you want to use it. Government can now give you permission to use. That means you buy from the owner, you buy from government. You ratify. That's what we did for this place now. So this place now, we bought it and then we ratified and we have CFO. So when you go and ratify with government, they will now issue CFO to say we are aware that part of our land, though, somebody has taken some and we have given him permission. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it's called ratification. Some land are ratifiable, some are not.
No matter what happens.
So no matter what, they will demolish you.
So I don't know. Can you give us a little breakdown of the things we need to check for? Because it looks like to get the land now, you actually have to check for a lot.
There's nothing.
So if you at least the basic things that you should check for.
That thing I've told you, just one.
Just that.
Once you get that document from government to say, okay, this land is free, that's all.
Okay.
The other things you are doing is you are processing your own document, not that you are investigating. Investigation is over. Once you get from government, investigation is over. Okay. I want to buy land from you, you give me CFO, that you have CFO. I go to government, they confirm that is in the file, and they give me a paper to say, yes, the CFO. That's why I say send the lawyer. The lawyer will not go and ask questions. He will write a letter from his office.
Yeah.
On behalf of so and so, we want to find out so. He will apply to them, give them the letter. They will mean it that they have collected letter. Yeah. They will reply him. They will say, go and pay. He will pay. He will collect receipt and come back and give them. They will say, okay, wait to collect it or come back 7 days time. So it's a process. Once the lawyer has brought that, you can now pay the person. When you have now paid the person, you will still need to process your own document. You are not investigating anymore. Investigation is over. So to investigate a land, you are either verifying the document they are giving to you or investigating their claim on site with the common sense strategy that I gave some sessions ago. Yeah. So once you have done your due diligence, so if it's a land, you have bought it, you have done it, then you now do your survey. If there is no survey. If there is a survey, they will give you a copy of the survey. You will go to government to check whether the survey is registered with government. If the survey is not registered, there's trouble. Then they may give you a survey. And the land they are giving you and the survey they've given you are two different things. So when they give you a survey, tell them to take you to the land that you want to buy. Then take the coordinates. That's another professional. It's called a surveyor. So the surveyor will take the coordinates and now go to the government to say, I have taken this coordinate. Oh. This person says the owner of this survey, and this is the coordinate. Let me check. Government will now tell you, oh, perfect, all is well. Then you go and pay. Or they say, no, that survey they gave you is fake. Or that coordinate is not that same place. Oh. Because these are things I have suffered. I went to buy land. We bought a land, 15 acres of land in Ibejuleki. We bought, first, we started selling. Because the day they took us there, they showed us the land. That is this area, and they gave us the survey. And we went to the government to check, and the survey was perfect. Then they gave us the land. But the land they gave us, and the survey we went to check, they are just next to each other, but they are different. So it was when we are finished selling, now one person wanted to build.
Finish selling.
Now we are finished selling. The person wanted to build. He now went to do approval to build. They now told him that that's fire brigade. This place, I'm telling you now, is still a bush, it's a forest. But in government plan, that place is designated for fire brigade in the future. So they told him it's not ratifiable. That's when we now knew that there was problem. We now went to check, only to discover that out of that 15 acre, only 7 acre is free. The remaining 8, one chance. We have entered one chance, and we have sold. So we refunded money for some people. God. We relocated some people to another place. Okay. That's the problem. The business is really a lot. Yeah.
So that means as a person, whether you are going into real estate as a business or you want to just acquire your property, you need to have your lawyer and you need to have your surveyors with you.
The first thing I will tell people is comfort. You need a mentor. That's the first thing.
Okay.
One-stop shop. Mentor. Pay for mentorship. If you are listening to us right now, go to my website, www.olumideemmanuel.org/GREEB. It's an online masterclass that you can pay and go through everything. You will get all this information. You will not learn it. Or you call the office and we give you the pack plus 1 year mentorship. When you go through that school, you won't be confused. You will know what to do. You will know the red flags to watch out for. Once you have gotten that, part of the benefit of going through this route is that every stakeholder you need is already in that package. Lawyer is there, surveyor is there, government people are there, architect is there. So everything is in the package. So instead of you looking for lawyer, looking for surveyor, look for the mentorship. Join GREEB, join Conclave, everything is inside. One package for everybody.
So you've heard it directly. You can have 1 year mentorship with the Common Sense Guru himself. Yes, and with an additional mentorship package.
Yes, sir.
With contacts. Please, I would hope everybody should opt on this as soon as possible. I also want to ask, this person says that, how do you manage the risks associated with corruption and bureaucracy in the real estate sector? You know, issues relating to obtaining permits, approvals, land registration, because I want to believe that as an entrepreneur, there are times where, you know, the government's bureaucracy just...
Truth be told, for now, there's nothing you can do. Just factor it as part of the crisis of doing business in Nigeria. Because I can tell you for free, it's what I do every day.
Okay.
Government can tell you anything they want to tell you. Theory and practical are two different things. I was in a meeting last year where many of the government people, commissioner, many of them were there, and one guy stood on the podium, was telling them, no, you can do your approval, everything, within 1 week, everything will be settled. And all of us were looking at ourselves. I say, this guy is standing here lying before all of us. They say, let them be talking, that you can't argue with them, let them talk. That everything is automated, this is Lagos State automated, kinikon. He's talking rubbish. But nobody could go and be fighting him on the podium. They are the Lagos people. So, for you to get approval, I can tell you, it's just crazy. That's just it. Because it's crazy. So all I will just tell you is factor it in. The time and the money should be part of your factor.
Okay.
To say, okay, I know we had one project that we did some time ago. The approval came out 8 months after people packed in.
Like they've built on the property.
People are packed in. Then 8 months later, approval came out.
So that means they were illegal occupants before then.
We had to continue and we're ready to pay penalty.
Wow.
Because the cost of inflation, look at, I don't know, the one we are building that I told you the last time, I don't know when we said it was 29 million.
Yes, the demo. Yeah.
If I had gone ahead to build, I would not have been a victim of double money. I would just pay penalty. So sometimes you are now forced to have to do that. Let me do the legality. I will pay whatever they charge me. Because at that point, inflation is over 100%. Maybe they will charge you. Now, a house that is supposed to be completed for 29 million for 1 unit is now 39 million times 12. So that 10 million times 12, that's extra 120 million. Maybe they will now tell you, for building without waiting for us to come and pay 5 million. Is it not better to pay 5 million, even pay 20 million than to lose 120? So sometimes that may be the route, but it's not an advice. So I'm just saying, don't copy.
Disclaimer, please. Disclaimer.
It's just an advice. That's why I didn't do that for this one.
Okay.
Because that one, when they did it, I say, hey, but they say, look, sir, we are in debt because they collected money from people and it was COVID. You know, COVID was 2021, 2021. They collected money because sometimes you are collecting money from investor. For instance, at that property, we are collected money from investor before we started at 30%. So year one has gone now. We have paid 30% return for a building we have not finished. So I had to get the 30% from somewhere else to pay them. We are supposed to have finished the building, sold. The 30% was supposed to have been gotten from the profit, but now, no profit, you are still paying 30%. So people don't know the crisis of some of these things. Government is completely complicit in this thing. Government is not helping at all. I can tell you for free. Government is not helping. Government is frustrating business. Listen to me. You know, I run the Billionaires Conclave. I mentor a lot of real estate people. In Rwanda, they have been calling. I took about 57 people to Rwanda, 2021. They have been begging me. In Rwanda now, once you are going to be building up to 500 housing units. Listen to what I'm saying. 500 housing units. The land is free. Government will begin to want to give you land for free.
Wow.
Government will do the water, the road, the lights, the drainage to that location. Government, just to say, not be saying you don't build them more.
That you want to.
That I just do a design now to say, okay, we are coming to build 500 housing units. We need land. Straight away. Just do all this. They will just go, this is your own. And they will start doing the road. Then, listen, Rwanda is allowed. They should go and verify what I'm saying now. I have people that I have 2 people building the 500 now. So I'm not telling you things, I'm telling you what I know. We have been there. We saw the houses. We saw everything. I have all the documents. Now 2 people already. I have another of my boy. Yeah, so we're already doing it. So I'm not doing, but I know people are that. So now, listen, that is not the only thing they will do. The house you are going to build, all the things you will need, cement, iron rod, everything, they will ensure that the price does not change until you complete your building. So government will tell you, so as you are starting now, if cement is 10,000 naira, until you finish that building, it will be 10,000. They freeze the price.
Wow.
But when you finish the building, they will also tell you how much profit to make.
And it was me, but I was waiting for the
So if you finish the house now, we say, okay, I finish, I spent $30,000 to finish the house. They can now tell you can't do more than 20% profits. So you have to sell the house at 35 or 36,000. But is it not better?
It's better than what we are paying. Imagine 39 million.
so that's what. Then if you are doing 100,000, 100 housing units, they will not give you the land for free.
Okay.
But they will give you at subsidized rates, because the houses you are building are not up to 500. But all those other things too, they will still give you. Drainage, everything, they will do all those infrastructure. But now, we'll go into a bush, we'll turn it to a city, we'll do road, we'll do lights, the government will be watching you. You will do everything. When you have now finished, they will now come and say they are collecting taxes.
Imagine.
They want to condemn land use. So the criminality of government in this part of the world.
No, to think that you are even developing the area
where you are supposed to be having tax exemption, they are supposed to be thanking you.
They're supposed to be happy, yes, that you are coming.
That's
no. Wow.
Now listen, that we spoke about landmark.
Yeah.
About few episodes ago.
Yeah.
The landmark guy, when he came to the TV station that day and he was talking, I listened to him. I know him. Listen, he said the funniest thing is that day that they brought the letter, he has gotten 3 calls that day before the letter came. One call was an award that they are the #1 real estate, whatever developer clinic in the whole of Africa. So they are giving him an award.
Okay.
1 call. 2 calls were from presidents of 2 countries begging him to come to their country and come and do the same landmark, that they will give him land, they will give him everything, just come and do this in our country. Then the afternoon of that day, your own government wants to demolish.
Oh, Jesus.
He said it was a sweet and sour day for him.
Oh.
So government are calling him, this thing you have done, powerful, come and do, we'll give you land.
Man.
Nigeria is losing a lot by not respecting and partnering and making things easy for entrepreneurs. Because a lot of the people in politics and in governance, they are not entrepreneurs. They are career politicians. So they don't understand how businesses run.
And then you blame entrepreneurs for going out.
They are myopic and limited in their understanding because they don't understand a lot of things. So as far as they are concerned, you are making money. Let us milk them. Let us milk them. And they don't know that they are undoing themselves. Because the more you make it easier for me, the more I can do. So many people now are leaving Nigeria. You see what is happening with Japan now.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's leaving and you are leaving and you are trying to stop them.
People, look at all the factories now. Many factories have moved.
Carrying the factory.
Many of us real estate people now, we're already thinking of the Rwanda thing. I'm telling you now, I'm the one saying no, we can. Everybody's moving to Rwanda now because of this thing.
Who would move?
Because of this, me, I'm saying I'm not good. People are moving to Rwanda now.
So imagine if Landmark actually just goes and does that day.
If
so
you do it,
taking a whole recreational center away from here.
Yeah.
So we Nigerians will not still
what
pay flight money
has
and
done,
go there.
They should go and beg him to say, my brother, this is powerful.
Very
Can you do the same thing in Badagry? Government will give you land or government will partner with you. They won't frustrate the guy.
So if they do it there now, let's say Landmark leaves Nigeria and goes to do it in another country.
No, he won't leave.
No, I'm just saying for instance.
So
we would now, pay flight tickets and go
you now go. Yeah, you go.
And pay extra money.
You go.
Okay, it is well. This is such a fun conversation today, and I really do not even want this conversation to end at all today. But because of our time limits, so as we always do when we round up, we like to ask about properties that you have that people can invest into. So for the last 3 episodes that you came, you've spoken about your demo property that was at 29 million, now 49 million, 39 million. So can you buttress more on that?
Okay. So the demo apartment is a 2-bedroom luxury apartment. And what we are trying to do is to be able to create what we call luxury in that environment. So we have 12 units. And so it's 2-bedroom luxury, CCTV, water, lights, just anything you can think of. The finishing, everything is just super. So right now we are at 39 million.
Okay.
And if we have people, because we're about to move again from 39, so if we have people that want to buy now, I don't think we can sell more than one at that 39.
Okay.
Yeah, So if that one has been sold before
The end of the
people
month.
are watching this broadcast now, that means it's no more available at 39. But right now, 39 is available for just one unit. The other units, we are going to wait until we finish to now know the total,
Right.
costs of everything, so that we can use the other unit to recover whatever losses. So we can't sell anymore. The only one we can, because we've sold, we sold all that we're supposed to sell. We have only one more left.
Okay, so for the payment plan, so just like we did the one in May, and this is July. So the payment plan, how does it work? Are they paying one time?
So for that 39 million, the minimum they should pay will be 10 million.
Okay,
and then the
payment.
balance will be maximum of 12 months.
Okay.
Yeah, maximum. So 10 million deposits, then the remaining 29 million, they spread it over 12 months.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us.
But the Abuja is there. They can buy Abuja land.
Okay, land in
It's
Abuja.
still
Okay.
6 million, yeah. 6 million in Abuja, and it has all the documents, and they can pay for 6 months, 1 million every month for 6 months.
Yeah, okay.
So
Documents,
the Abuja land is there, the CFO, RFO.
Okay, RFO.
Yeah, that was RFO. The government approved it, so they can buy a plot of land in Abuja for 6 million or 250 square meter for 3 million. And then they pay for 500 for 6 months or 1 million for 6 months.
Okay. So there you have it. We have 2 investment plans once again for you: an apartment in Idimu and the land property in Abuja. So thank you very much for watching and joining us today on Ask the Guru, your top questions on real estate. I don't know about you, but it keeps getting better with each episode. So if I were you, I would keep tuned to our social media platform at Madiba Global and Common Sense, my CSTV Global on Instagram, and on YouTube at CSTV Global. So always watch, always stream, turn on your post notifications so you know when we are going live. See you again next week. And before you go, remember, pay for mentorship. Any mentorship that is free, you wouldn't gain so much more. So pay for mentorship and see you next time. Bye.